Hi, Vin. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know if you prefer Vin or Vinny. So maybe I should go more formal. Vincent? Okay. No matter what, let's talk watches. This is your dad's rally diver. Look at the brightness and the shine and the movement. Look at the cleanliness of it. For an unserviced watch, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's talk numbers. It's not telling me anything that I wasn't expecting. The watch arrived running, so I mean that's a good sign. But it's typical for Seiko; they tend to run even if they hadn't had maintenance. It's low numbers. This is amplitude. This is how far back and forth the balance is turning. That tells us how much power is making it from the mainspring through the gear train to the pallet fork. And so a lot of power is getting eaten up. This number should be 100 points higher. This is very typical for an unrestored 6000 series watch. It's very typical. So we get a little bit of beat error, nothing major. It's definitely choppy, and it's low. You know, the watch has, I mean, it's clean, it's original. The one thing is that the lower mainspring arbor port is worn. The mainspring is this barrel. It's this circle here. Imagine it going underneath here. And it turns on an axle called the mainspring arbor. On the top of the arbor is this screw. The bottom of the arbor sits in a hole in the main plate that the watch movement is built on. And it's an unprotected hole. So over the years, as this watch winds and winds, that hole goes from being a circle to being an oval. It grinds its way out. And we have to repair that. By the way, these marks, I'm having to explain myself. I was up in the attic and I had a paint explosion, and I haven't been able to figure out what in the world I can use to get all the paint off. So my hands are not dirty, it's just a paint explosion. Anyway, look at this screw. See that movement? That's the whole axle moving because the lower port is worn. So that's unfortunate. What that means is that we got to go in there. We're going to have to do a repair. It's completely worth it, but we have to do it. Let me get that out of there. Flaky gruck. Come out. Okay. But I mean, the movement. Look at the metal's bright. The beveled surfaces are bright. The case back is clean, and you've got the original bracelet. That's awesome. Let's talk about the other watch that you brought in. Hang on. You sent in another watch, which is cool, and I like seeing. People don't often send these in because they're typically, the cost of a service is going to far outweigh the value of the watch, which is unfortunate because these watches, actually the movement quality is just excellent. It's excellent. This is a 7000 series dress watch from the 70s. It's running weekly, but I mean, again, look. Shiny and bright. This movement, the 7000 series, Seiko has been producing it for almost 50 years in one form or another. The brand, the newest Seikos, the SRPs with the 4R36 movements and the new Alpinists with the 6R3S, those are both modifications of this movement, which was made in the 1970s. And this watch was made in 1976. And it's running weekly, but I tell you, with a service, this thing would run like a dream. Look at the steadiness of it. It's got some beat error and the amplitude is low, but look at how even it is. There's a reason why when the Sua and the Danny factories were consolidated into one and all production was moved to Hong Kong, and Seiko had to decide what movement family they were going to go with when the 6309 divers were discontinued, and they were going to continue the Sua 6000 series, which is like your rally diver here, or they were going to go with the new movement, which is this one. And that's what they did. They actually went with these, and they're still in production today. The quality is so great, such great movements, and they don't suffer pretty much from any of the problems of the 6000 series. With that lower mainspring arbor port wearing, that doesn't really happen here because you have a smaller balance and smaller gears, which means you have to have less power to push it to a higher amplitude. It's a superior design. Also, all metal movement, all jewel trains. Unlike the 6000 series, where you have they're in place of two jewels, they have bushings. I tell you, they're fantastic watches. cost of servicing is going to greatly exceed the value of this watch. But this watch, if serviced, will give you many, many years of great service. Let's talk cosmetics. Yeah, I love seeing the 7000 series watches. And so basically, what people have been saying for years about them, about the 7000 series versus the 6000 series, is that what Seiko should have done is, why didn't they make a 7000 series watch with a 6000 series 6309 exterior, which of course is what they did with the SRP series, which is just, super cool. Oh, I don't have my break, do I? Ah, there it is, yes. No, that's just... In any case, I'll stop wasting your time. Let's get this closed up. Let's get that closed up. Anyway. So, it's got a pretty damaged crystal, but beyond that, it's fine. I mean, the crystal's not a big deal. The plated case is pretty nice, too. You got the original bracelet. Nice. And then, of course, your rally diver. It's a good watch. Your dad took good care of this piece. He really did. He took good care of this piece. It's not often I see those original bracelets in. So it needs, look at the hands unfaded. It's a good watch. Crystal, service, seals, lower mainspring arbor port repair. This one would basically just need seals, crystal, and a service. The watch isn't worth a ton, but geez, it's in nice condition. Look, it's in beautiful condition. And again, if you invested in servicing this watch, you could wear it every day for years and years and years and years, and it wouldn't bother you at all. It would just do its job and live its life. Great watches. Great watches. Seiko did a fantastic job, and it's criminal that they're so inexpensive, because in terms of performance and reliability, they're worth a lot more. Anyway, I'll send you numbers, and you can tell me what you want to do. But great condition. If you look at it, it's got the nice white lume, as I said. No water ever got inside. It's a good watch. All right, sir. Thank you so much. What's that doing up there? All right. See you later.